So we back in the fucking library. We back in the laundry room, and I just wanna know if you hear my lips smacking. If you hear my lips, fucking hold on. Let me fix this cable so it's not fucking banging on this hollow ass dryer. If you hear my lips smacking, I was fucking hungry. So I just finished eating some fucking past a fucking expiration date fucking Milano cookies. That's what they call. I was about to call them fucking Milan cookies. Not that that's too crazy, but you know, I'm here because I want. There's something I really just wanted to speak about, and that is grapes. Right, grapes are fire. I actually wanted to eat grapes, but I realized the bag was almost done. I was like, I low keep been tearing these shits up. Said let me give let me give someone else a chance to enjoy the fucking juicy fucking bust in your mouth goodness of a fucking grape. You know what I'm saying? And so, all right, I was like, let me find something else to eat, and here we are. I'm eating these fucking old ass Milano cookies with some fucking 2%, which is alright, right? They stuff the shit full of fucking preservatives and fucking blah 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 blah. I'm not hungry no more, right? That's all that matters. But speaking of grapes, that's actually why I wanted to get on here and pick up this fucking karaoke mic to talk. So also if you hear me breathing funny, I have a deviated septum, and I don't know if it's a result of the deviated septum or what, but I've always just my whatever mucus that forms in my nose just turns into a fucking diamond hard fucking substance, bro. Like I always wake up with some fucking mean ass fucking rocks in my nose and I can't breathe. So with that out the way, right? I wanted to get into the real meat and potatoes of this shit, or the grapes of this video, right? I should probably end right back to what I was saying, right? I wanted to get out here, and there was a couple questions that popped up in my head recently. I've been eating lots of grapes. We went to Walmart. They had a super center right up by the crib, and so my fault if you heard that. I didn't mean to breathe directly into the fucking mic. But we got a super center by the crib, so we went because we're gonna be here for a while, so we're gonna be here for a long time. We was just shopping for like at least 1 or 2 weeks, so it was stocking up. We got fucking grapes, kiwis, strawberries, pineapples, cantaloupe, dick, nuts. All right, we got the whole shebang bang. Right. And so we got 2 bags of grapes, and I'm sitting here and we get home. I'm hungry, bro. So I reach in and I start eating these grapes. I'm like, okay. I'm busting these bitches down, right? I'm taking them down. I'm like, okay. These shit's kind of fire, right? I'm like, why haven't I been eating grapes like that? But it's because I've been prioritizing fruits with more fiber. I'm not really sure grapes have too much fiber, but recently back home, goddamn, if you see me, bro, every day it's like 5 pears and fucking 1 or 2 apples, bro, because I'm not playing about my fiber, bro. Like, they saying colon cancer is like one of the main killers of younger men. And you just gotta be proactive, bro. So I like shitting now. But I'm eating these grapes, right? And they're going fast, bro. I'm fucking tearing through this shit. My mom's like, yo, like I'm taking this bag with me everywhere, bro. I'm taking this shit around like it's a fucking bag of Doritos. My mom goes like, yo, that bag's not just for you. I'm like, yeah, you right. You right. That's my fault. But then, I'm laying in bed, right? And I have trouble sleeping, whether it's the plethora of sleeping problems in the family, or just my ADHD, my autism, whatever it is, right? Something's always keeping me up. Be that in like 5th grade, I would be up. It'd be like 2 o'clock and I'm sitting here, my fucking 11-year-old. Fuck, how old was I in 5th? I don't fucking know. Let's just say I'm fucking 11, 12. 10 or 11, right? I'm sitting here in bed. I'm fucking pondering my mortality. I'm sitting here like, yo. I'm sitting here. I remember sitting there. And, coming back from just, chilling with my pops and shit. And I'm like, I'm crying for a second because I'm thinking about this shit. I'm like, damn, he's really going, like, Pops is really going to leave me one day. And I'm sitting here praying to God. I'm like, yo, please. I'm like, yo, please, God, if you can, bro, let me die. I'm sitting here. Mind you, I'm fucking like 10, 11. I'm like, yo, please let me die before my dad and my mom and, my siblings and my grandparents. I was like, please. You know how fucking crazy that is? I'm sure you do, right? Yeah. Asking God for your parents to witness one of the, like, if it were to happen, one of the most heartbreaking fucking experiences of their fucking life. But I was like, damn, I don't want to witness that shit. So put the burden on those motherfuckers. And nowadays it's just stupid shit, right? Like grapes. So, let's go back to the present, right? I'm sitting here, I'm eating these grapes. And then I get to think, I'm like, damn, how the fuck do we go from this to crushed grape, right? How the fuck do we go from this beautiful, like, it's not, I mean, it's obvious. The flavor of grapes is obvious. But it ain't fuck you in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? It ain't fuck you in the mouth fucking obvious. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you drink a fucking, I don't know, fucking purple Kool-Aid or fucking, crushed grape, that grape flavor really just fucking opens your mouth and just fucking, you know what I'm saying? That shit really fucks you in the mouth. And that shit busts. I can't lie. And you know what I'm saying? If that shit's proverbially just fucking, just pounding your fucking lips, that shit, it busts, bro. In every way that you can think. And so I'm thinking about this shit. It's like maybe 3 o'clock, 4. Well, most likely 4 o'clock. Try not to look at the time because that shit just makes sleeping even harder. But sitting there, I'm like, how the fuck do we go from this beautiful, like, I mean, it's natural, right? It's a natural grape flavor. Why? Because it's a fucking grape. It's like, how do we go from, these red grapes, white grapes, to this flavor, this obvious yet, kind of subtle, sweetness and fruity, flavor, to this fucking fuck you in the mouth candy fucking explosion of fucking artificial grape nut, right? You know what I'm saying? I should probably stop using that fuck you in the mouth analogy. So from now on, I'll refrain. But then I got to researching, bro. I was like, yo, I'm not gonna go to sleep until I get to the bottom of this. So I'm doing my research and come to find out, artificial grape flavor was made way back, like, shit, man, hold on, I got this shit right here. Yo, I'm fucking dead, bro. You know how I said that my fucking nose was fucked up? The rock hard fucking boogers, the fucking deviated septum. Bro, I just realized that I've been breathing through my fucking mouth this whole time while talking. I paused the recording so I could do the research, and then I just realized, like, yo, I'm really not breathing out my fucking nose right now. Because it's fucking useless. My nose is fucking clogged right now. But right, so it's saying, right, late 1800s, like 1890, they saying, like, they discovered that this fucking, like, substance in tar or something like that. Tar, I think it's tar. It's tar, and they're sitting here like, hold on, this substance that we just extracted from fucking tar, tar, like, what tar is. They're like, whoa, hold on, this shit kind of tastes like grapes. And the reason it tasted like grapes is because the grapes that we eat now are not the grapes that they ate back then. Right? I think it was like a Concord grape. That is a specific variant of Concord grape that they was eating back then. That is really not that common. Or I mean, I don't know. I live in the good old fucking Northeast. Hold on. I like I was saying, I grew up in the Northeast. All I know is red and white grapes. I don't know if I've ever really had like the deep grapes. I think I've had them a couple times, but literally in charcuterie boards because they're literally like a delicacy. I only know red and I know white grapes. I don't know what the fuck they was eating back in the 1800s, 1900s that they was like, damn, this fucking coal tar. This, what is it called? Hold on. It's called like methyl. Yep, we're gonna go with that. So right, they discovered this fucking methyl anthracite, right? That's just what I'll say for now. I mean, if you just look up what I Red Now did a video on it. It's definitely methyl something. It's, you look it up, you'll find it's like methyl. Holy shit! I'm having a methyl aneurysm. Fucking hell, methyl anthalate or something like that. I have the tab right behind the Audacity recording, and I like to watch the peaks and shit on the Audacity to make sure that everything's recording fine. So we're just I'm not even gonna mention the name again, but they're saying this tastes like different grape. Hey, we've come a long way. You could have fucking Dick and Ball flavored grapes, cotton candy grapes, Coca-Cola flavored grapes, fucking cocaine flavored grapes, shit, Coke fucking infused grapes. It's a beautiful world we live in with genetic modifications. You can have grapes tasting like, I don't fucking know, your grand poom poom. You know what I'm saying? Literally, like you can literally have grapes of literally anything. They should start doing bean boozled, but with fucking grapes. Who knows if you're getting the fucking old man dick cheese or fucking doggy bag of fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, the possibilities are endless, especially with grapes. You don't see no fucking cotton candy bananas, no cotton candy fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so easy to just GMO these fucking grapes. And there's also a lot of variety of grapes. I mean, grapes are like the only one that you really see that's got like, at least in major supermarkets, where it's like they got two variants, right? It's like it's like picking Captain America or Iron Man in the Civil War, right? You either go red grapes or you go white grapes. Me, I'm a two-timer where I like both grapes. But you don't see like no orange bananas, yellow bananas. That's because those bananas are all fucking clones. Those but they didn't. Whoever the fuck's, I know Chiquita is fucking terrible. Just in a bunch of ways, they're just a terrible fucking company, just evil. I seen an AI fucking ad, and that's how I found out. I'm like, damn, they use AI. I'm not fucking touching no Chiquita no more. And then someone in the comments is like, if you're damn, I don't know if y'all heard that, but I just fucking gulp loud as shit. They go, if you're only concerned about Chiquitas, their use of AI, you got one big thing coming in you. And I'm like, so what's up with Chiquita? I didn't do any research. I'll do some research later. So, right, grapes can literally taste like anything nowadays. So I'm back in the, before I did all this research, I'm like, hold on, maybe, give it the benefit of the doubt. If you can make cotton candy fucking grapes, what's to say you can't make artificial grape flavored grape? So I did research. I was like, there's got to be something going on here that just artificial grape just. Because at first I'm thinking like, damn, what if someone was just like his taste receptors was just busted, right? And he was like at the top of like, I don't know, the fucking Department of Flavors, if that's even a thing. And he's like, damn, this fucking substance really tastes like fucking grapes. And then everyone around him was like, yo, everybody around him was like, yo, this shit low-key don't taste like grapes, but you're the one putting food on the table. You could do whatever the fuck you want. That's where we're at now, right? But nah, I just told y'all the history of that shit. But this is where, I gotta put the tinfoil hat on. It's conspiracy time, right? Because, all right, let's go back. They saying red 40 causes autism. They're saying seed oils make your dick muscles weak. I don't know if that's true, but you hear so much bullshit about seed oils nowadays, right? They saying jerking off is goddamn the same thing as fucking tugging off the fucking devil. You know what I'm saying? What else? They were saying back during COVID, they was like, yo, don't get a vaccine. They about to chip you, and they about to say fucking, I don't know shit. I don't even know. They about to say like fucking fox, alligator, booty hole, right? And you turn into a fucking, you turn into a fucking sleeper agent. You know what I'm saying? Granted, I got vaccinated, bro. Shit, let me become a fucking sleeper agent. Dude, actually, don't let me become a sleeper agent, but right, the greater good is more important. So I got that shit because I got grandparents, older people who are more immunocompromised. So I'm like, I'm gonna need this chip or no chip, right? I'm gonna get this fucking vaccine. But then it all started coming back to me like, what if, right? Artificial colors give you autism, right? Red 40 gives you autism. Fucking Yellow Lake 1 or Blue Lake 1. That shit's got some fucking studies on it too. Shit, even fucking Tylenol is giving fucking kids in the womb fucking autism. It's fucking spawn camping you with fucking autism. Then I got to thinking. I said, what's something else? Right, autism starting to really pop off with like the new. It's getting more popular, mostly because it's getting, diagnosing it is getting a lot easier now. But that's because it's also becoming more widely accepted, right? My grandma, my grandma's a fucking dumbass, right? My cousin, he is very clearly autistic. She treats autism like my other grandparents. You tell them someone's got autism, they're like, okay, that makes sense, and they treat it just like that. Like I was talking to my grandfather the other day where he was like, autism is a fucking superpower. Because the way a lot of these kids like are just so hyper fixated on certain things, or they're smart because they're so fucking like they're into their niche. My other grandma, she a dumbass, right? She talking about some, my cousin is very clear autistic. She's like, hell nah. He's not, he can't be autistic. He's not fucking stupid. Right, that's a generational thing. You're either one of the old people that move with the times, or you're fucking stuck in the fucking 1900s, fucking, I don't fucking know, cranking the goddamn fucking original fucking Ford model or whatever, fucking riding fucking horses on fucking Diddy Boulevard. Diddy wasn't even alive in the fucking early 90s or early 1900s. Fuck, I'm fucking tired. You know what I'm saying? There was, you either move on with the times or you're stuck in the past, bro. Shout out my dad, bro. I was just reminded of how I told my dad that he got a Karl Malone. Fuck, I was about to throw some heat on that motherfucker. No, not him. Karl Malone. I was talking about Karl Malone because Karl Malone was his generation, right? I was like, yo, he got a 13-year-old pregnant? My dad goes, nah, that's propaganda. No way, he ain't do that shit. I told him, again, I'm like, he really did it. My dad goes, nah, that's gotta be fake. I'm like, you know what? Sometimes ignorance is blessed. Let him not know the truth about Karl Malone, because Lord knows there's a lot of these fucking basketball players that did some heinous shit. I try to tell my friends, like, yo, you can't put this guy on a fucking pedestal. He fucking, there's a lot of them. I'm like, yo, he beat his fucking girl, right? Or like, he did some shit back in the day. It's like, you should not be putting this motherfucker on a pedestal. Where the fuck was I? Yeah, I was talking about autism, right? I don't know how the fuck we go all the way to order this shit from fucking autism. That's I'm fucking sorry, right? You know what I'm saying? But right? We found out red 40 is connected to autism. Right? What, autism is, growing in not popularity, but it's growing in awareness. What else is growing in awareness recently? Homosexuality. And so, this is not me saying that, that it's a I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say. Just know I wasn't thinking whatever you were thinking I was about to say. I wasn't thinking it, bro. I know I have autism and homosexuality and LGBTQ, all that shit. I just put those in the same sentence, but those are two very different the only fucking common thread here is that they're becoming more widely. You're starting to see more people openly autistic. You can't really hide autism, but you know what I'm saying. People put in their fucking Instagram bios, 23, autistic, and then nowadays more and more people are putting fucking 23 in a flag of their choice. You know what I'm saying? But got me thinking. All of a sudden, we're learning that all these things that we grew up with, it's like a motherfucking transformer, bro. It's more than meets the eye. It's like in them shows. I'm thinking of a specific example, but I can't pinpoint it off the top of my head. It's like when it's like one of them shows where it's like the person they working for like a organization, and they find out the organization's actually fucking evil. Right? We found out red 40, autism, Tylenol, autism, seed oils, whatever the fuck them fucking idiots on TikTok is spewing. What if artificial fruit flavoring, and I know this is going to sound crazy, what if artificial fruit flavoring is making people homosexual? And I know I sound crazy, but stick with me here. Crush was made sometime in the 1900s. People were starting to get more gay in the 1900s. You know what I'm saying? You got motherfuckers in the 80s fucking, drag was taking off. Kissing dudes was taking off. Crush was also taking off. And, right, the time slots don't align, but what's to say that this effect passes down? Right? It takes time. It takes passing on to generations to truly start taking effect, right? It takes, let's just say this shit takes 10 years to accumulate in your fucking bloodstream. Right? Because hear me out. What does the word crush have anything to do with grapes? Nothing. Right? Coca-Cola, had Coke in it. At one point, that's why it was Coca-Cola. Sprite. What do you do a little, spritz. When you squeeze a lemon, it spritz out the juice, so it's Sprite. Now, what the fuck does crush have to do with grape? Now, you could go on a limb and say, oh, like we be crushing grapes with our teeth. Man, no. I don't. I be buying it. I don't be fucking sitting here. Fucking just sitting here fucking crushing that shit with my fucking molars. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck does crush have to do with grapes? I'll tell you right here. Crush grape is called crush because the main goal of its fucking creation was to make men have crushes on other men. Mic drop. I'm not actually gonna drop this shit because it'll get fucking loud as shit, both on your end and my fucking end. And I'm not saying this is all speculation. I'm not saying this is absolutely positively the case, but what I'm just putting the thought out there. What if the reason you having these feelings, if you're looking at men and being like, damn, like low-key, I'm trying to fuck him. What's to say it's not all the fucking artificial fucking fruit flavors, right? Again, fruit. People be calling gay people fruity. What if this was some shit that trickled out of the fucking CIA, right? CIA was like, yo, we need to start spreading this shit out because we need to start having men fuck each other. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, fuck, what's the word? Nomadic warfare, right? There's someone in the CIA. He's like chilling with his friend, like undercover. She's chilling with his friend. I don't know he's in the CIA. They see like some gay guy. They're like, "Yo, that's mad fruity," and then the lingo starts transferring. So now fruity's associated with homosexuality. But the culprit was really fruity the whole time, in the form of of crushed grape. God damn, I keep trying to walk away with this fucking mic because I have the ability to, but I'm being bottlenecked by the length of my fucking my fucking headphone cable. I keep getting fucking yanked back. But it doesn't have to be. We don't have to go with my homosexuality theory. We can go with, I don't know. These artificial grape. God damn, everything in this fucking room makes noise. Here are some other possibilities. There could be fucking microchips in here that are, slowly reducing our fucking IQ. Think about it. The shit you be hearing on fucking TikTok and all this shit. Some of these people be really fucking stupid. Like, they be sounding really fucking dumb. Right? Or what if these microchips are used to just keep tabs on us? Right? People are saying, oh, our phones are listening to us. What if it's not our phones listening to us? And there's some microchips that are like embedded in my brain that are making you think about some shit, right? Like, cause, let's say you talking to your mom about some fucking chocolate chip cookies. And then all of a sudden TikTok showing you fucking chocolate chip cookies. You're getting ads for Amazon selling chocolate chip cookies. But what if the chip was telling you to think of chocolate chip cookies? So then, and the chip is connected to your fucking, your Wi-Fi. And so the chip says, yo, think about chocolate chip cookies. And then it transfers that message to the Wi-Fi, and it dispenses the thought. So everything starts showing fucking chocolate chip cookies. So you think it's the phone listening to you, because it's trying to distract you from the fact that it's the chip in your fucking bloodstream, in your fucking brain, telling you to think about chocolate chip cookies. You know what I'm saying? Possibilities are in the. We need to research these artificial fucking flavors. You know what I'm saying? I think because I'm so like, my brain is like so focused on keeping a decent distance from the microphone, and I'm so locked in on this fucking microphone, making sure that I'm heard, like I'm a good enough distance that you can't hear every fucking breath that I make. This shit fucking sucks. I think I'm so hyper fixated on speaking into the microphone and all these fucking, like, making sure I'm not too far, not too close, that my fucking dumbass is like forgetting how to breathe through my nose. But also my nose is like, it's high key fucking clogged with hard ass boogers, and I'm not in the mood. I don't want to fucking blow them right now, because I know I can't blow. I have to get in there. I have to fucking dig them out with a fucking tissue. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up. I've been doing this shit for about 30 minutes now, and I really want to breathe out of my nose. So my dumbass is gonna stop. My dumbass is gonna stop talking. I'm gonna get back to doing whatever the fuck I was doing, and I am out.